Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Dave from Timber Time Outdoors. As you can see, it's nice and warm here by the fireplace. Outside, it's like 10 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds. Whew. So today I am inside and we are going to talk about gloves. I can't wait to get back out in the wood yard and make some firewood, but you can't make firewood in this weather without good gloves. So we're going to talk about the gloves I like. I'm going to tell you why I like them. There's like 5 characteristics to that. And just basically tell you the story how I stumbled into these gloves and make some recommendations for you. So stay with us, guys. We'll get right to it.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
All right, what makes a glove good, especially in the winter and for work applications? Well, number one, I'm gonna state the obvious here. Number one is they have to be warm. That's a given, right? They gotta be warm. Lots of gloves are warm, but they miss out on number two. And number two is they gotta be durable. You know, for making firewood and lots of outdoor activities, you know, you're really touching things, and gloves have a tendency to wear out. So they gotta be durable. The third thing a lot of gloves miss out on as well, and that's allowing for dexterity. So, you know, mittens, for example, are super warm, and some of them are very durable, like choppers, but then you have no dexterity. You can't pick things up very well, you know, and manipulate them. So, you know, those are kind of the 3 big ones: warmth, dexterity, and durability. And then I have 2 more criteria that I look for. Number 1 is a cuff. And this cuff, you know, helps for the warmth a little, but basically what this cuff does for me is it keeps things from getting inside the glove. So snow coming back in, but for firewood applications, you know, when you're running the chainsaw, that sawdust is flying all over and wants to go right in. And if you don't have this cuff here, a lot of times it'll just funnel material right in. And then the last thing, the glove needs to be water resistant in many applications, right? So you're out there in the snow, maybe that snow's right around the melting point, or what you're handling has snow on it or some water, and your gloves are going to get wet and then your hands are going to get cold. So being able to repel that water and keep it from getting to your skin is super important. So just a quick recap, the 5 things that I look for are warmth, durability, dexterity, a cuff, and water resistance. So let's talk about this particular glove. First, I'm going to tell you how I stumbled into it, and then I'll kind of tell you how well they do in those 5 criteria. All right, there's 8 million different kinds of work gloves out there. You probably have seen the overwhelming amount. And it gets expensive if you keep trying them and they fail. I got kind of lucky, and here's how I ran into these gloves. I actually didn't do any research when it came to making firewood. By the way, this is Hazel. She's also nice on a cold day. So you get the fireplace, little lap dog, does the trick. But let's talk about how I stumbled into these gloves. And I did actually stumble into them for firewood application. I was actually researching ski gloves. So I like to do some skiing on the side, and I was kind of getting back into it after many years of not skiing. And I had tried, I think, 3 different types. I had a mitten, and I had 2 different kinds of gloves. And these gloves right here, which I'll talk about in more detail a little later, they were recommended not by skiers, well, some skiers, snowboarders, but actually the folks that work at the ski resorts. So you can imagine they're handling, you know, chair lifts and tow ropes and an incredibly abrasive environment, super cold. They're outside all day long. You know, they need them to be water resistant, like I talked about. And so I had purchased these gloves actually to go skiing, and they were a fail for me because any glove for skiing is a fail for me. My hands just get too cold, so I gotta wear a mitten when I ski. But I had these gloves, and you know, I thought, hey, you know, boy, they got this nice palm on them, and they might actually work well for firewood. And turns out, you know, they're made of pigskin, and they've got the double palm. I had gone through a waterproofing process, which I'll talk about. It's this product right here. It actually comes with some of this to help them, you know, repel water. So that's my story is, they were actually a ski glove that works fantastic for making firewood and any kind of work outside. Okay, so what is this glove? You can see my old pair here. This glove is the Kinco 901. Okay, and I'll link it in the description. They're about $25, so very inexpensive, and they are incredibly durable. These gloves are 2 years old, and they're pretty beat up now, but they've been through the ringer. I've used them hard for 2 years. You can see they're on their last legs, and so I ended up ordering some new ones. But again, Kinco 901, they're pigskin, which you probably heard others talking about pigskin gloves. They do a great job, but what I like about them is they're not only super warm, once they're broke in, and this waterproofing process helps them break in, by the way. Once they're broke in, you have incredible dexterity for how thick a glove it is. So they do just a wonderful job of allowing you to grab onto things and manipulate things. I love the double palm, and you can see the reinforced fingers here. Now, these did fail over time. You can kind of see that they're peeling off here a little bit. But, for the first year and 2 years, they just did an awesome job. And they really help with that abrasion. Firewood, I think, is maybe one of the most abrasive outdoor work activities that you can do. And so, if you're watching this video, you're probably going through gloves like crazy. And, there's lots of thinner gloves that are good in that abrasion category. I use some gloves that are actually for handling glass. But, as soon as it gets cold, I can't wear those anymore. And so I switched to these, and they just do a tremendous job. So Kinco 901, and again, I'll link that in the description. All right, we talked about the warmth. We talked about the durability. We talked about the dexterity. Not much to say. They check the box when it comes to the cuff. Works great. But the last thing I wanted to talk about is the water resistance. So out of the box, they're just like any old, leather glove, pigskin glove. They're not going to be super water resistant. But they do come with this product. So there's a little pouch here, and it's just enough to do one pair of gloves. I actually bought a second one because I wanted to do the process a couple times just to give it a little extra. And I got some other gloves that I actually use this on. But this is Nin Wax. And, the process is pretty straightforward. You rub it on the gloves. You can put them in the oven. I did that. I put them in the oven for a while to kind of, let that heat up and soak into the glove. Works amazing. So, again, helps with the break-in process, helps with that water resistance. And so just a wonderful system for $25. You don't necessarily have to buy an extra tube of it. Like I said, on Amazon, it comes with this and gives you instructions. You can follow it, put it in your oven, rub it in there. You don't have to do the oven thing, but just an awesome glove. Can't say enough about it. Are there other gloves on the market that are good? Probably. I'm just telling you guys what works really well for me. It's the Kinco 901. All right, guys, get yourself some 901s and get out there and make some firewood. Thanks for watching, guys. If you learned something in this video, please hit that like button. It helps out the channel just a ton. YouTube won't promote this video unless you do that. Make a comment. If you've got a glove that you like, please put that in the comments. We all learn together with those comments. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. We do a variety of things on this channel, and I try to bring you a quality video. So subscribe, and I'll keep doing that for you. And the last thing, it helps out if you send it to your friends or shoot it around to other people. So Hazel and I will keep at this video thing. I appreciate you watching. You guys keep it in the timber, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.